So now that we know that the extension is okay, we try and upload the file. So if move uploaded file, we want to get the file from files, file, and we take tmp name, which is temporary location plus the file name. Because PHP, when uploads the file, first uploads it to the temporary folder, and if after a very short time it hasn't been processed, it simply deletes it. So we take in this temporary name with a path, and we want to pass it to our new location, which is upload path. So we do upload path, concatenating with the /, then we have files, and we're going to use obviously our file here and the name of the file. So if it uploaded, if it allowed us to move the file, I'm going to do it like this again to make it clear. So now what we're going to be doing, now that we know file is already uploaded, so we've got the file on the server, now we need to read this file, loop through it, get all the records, and then obviously insert them into the database. So the first thing we're going to do is, again, if statement, and in a pair of brackets, we're going to do handle equals fopen PHP function, and we provide a path to our file. Which is, actually, we can move this one here because it belongs in the same line. Okay, and this is our file which we want to open. Then after this, we do comma, and we need to specify, we need to put R because we only want this file to be open for reading. We don't want to modify this file, and we want the cursor to be right at the beginning of the file. So this R letter is doing exactly that. And then doesn't equal false, which means that if it was open okay, everything's been executed correctly. Then we are going to first create the array called keys equals array. Then we're going to have out array. Then we have insert. Sorry, actually insert we're not going to be using here. After all this, we have variable line, which will equal 1. Again, scrolling a little bit up. Now we're going to do the while loop, while, and we go again in the brackets, row equals f get csv function, handle 0 to allow all of the records, basically the full cell characters to be imported. We won't be limiting the number of characters. Then we have how it's delimited, and then what are the cells included within. We're going to put the double quote here, and then after all this doesn't equal false. So while this is executed successfully, we're going to do for each loop, row as key equals value, and now we check if line equals 1, then we want the value to be added to the keys array, and we're going to be using key to make sure that later on values we can assign the same value to the same key to index to it. So value, and then else we're going to have out line, and then we have key equals value. Now all this is fine. Now why do we do it this way? Because first line, when it's 1, then obviously first line, as you may remember, contains our column names. So we want them to be separate from our values. So we put them in a keys array, and then we're going to simply merge them together to make sure that the keys refer to the relevant values. But anyway, let's go. Let's move on. After our for each loop, we simply increase the number assigned to the line variable by 1, so line plus plus. After our while loop, we simply f close handle to make sure that we close the connection to the file. Okay, now next thing will be to check basically whether our keys and out arrays are empty, and then we're going to process the insert to the database. So that's what we're going to be doing in the next video.